Alright guys, got into. Okay, I waited until I think it's like 6 tonight to do this. 1, because it was raining like crazy earlier today, and 2, because when it was not raining it was like fire out here. So afternoon tours is probably going to be a thing for the next couple of weeks. This is the little potato cucumber vine, and this one has made it all the way up, and it's reaching to the other side now. I've been picking probably almost 2 every day, I think. They've been growing really fast, and if you haven't seen the other videos where I described these, the outside is a little extra crispy, but the inside tastes more cucumbery, if that's a thing. I don't know. I think it's delicious. These are like my new favorite cucumbers. So if you have other cucumbers you've tried that are really good, let me know, because I'm searching for new ones for next year. We've got our noodle beans, letting them grow completely and dry on the vines. And I mean, they're getting massive. Look how big these things are. I wore my gloves so I didn't get stung today. Our cucumbers, still growing like crazy. Been picking these, like, you know, like 6 a day at least. And then, you know, there's always ones like this here, where, you know, we don't see it. Then we got this massive cucumber. This weather has been so crazy, so our cucumbers have been on and off. Some of them are really great and really juicy, and then other ones are like bitter. And all the research I've done is if they don't get enough water, then they'll be kind of bitter. So we're assuming that's the reason why we're getting some bitter and some really good cucumbers. Jera's lima beans are really coming in. I don't know if you can see them up here or not, but got a couple of different bean pods coming in, and some down here too. Her little beans. Those were a trial, and they're growing up quick. 2 disc daisies. And it took a really long time for these things to finally like grow and produce, but look how gorgeous that thing is, guys. Look at the little spiders hanging out on there. Look how pretty that is. Just that dark deep blue in the middle and that white, pure white petals. Very pretty. I'm excited those actually came in and grew. Muskmelon over here, which, guys, look how terrible this looks down here. It just looks like death. We're gonna come in this evening with some neem oil, because we don't know if this is the cucumber beetles causing all of this, or maybe the start of some disease or something. But we have new melons all over the place, and we really would like to benefit from eating those melons. So look at that big guy right there. That thing's coming in soon. This side is not quite as bad, but still looking a little sickly down here. So we're gonna come through with that neem and try to heal these up a little bit. Our beans are being eaten by some kind of bugs. I'm not exactly sure what kind. And because of all this rain, we haven't been able to come out and really pick them. So some of them are probably getting to be pretty big up in here. We've probably got some pretty massive beans going on. But now that it's finally dry, I'm gonna go ahead and pick all that I can today. Well, there's not quite as many as I had anticipated being on these bean bushes, but there's still quite a bit. I also had some pods dry on the vines or bushes so that I could save the seeds for next year's planting, or even plant again for this fall, because we planted all of our beans. But the bugs have definitely been getting them. Ground cherries, and they are kind of, you know, trying to take over everywhere. So I'm actually going to come in and just kind of prune it up a bit and take off all this extra that's trying to grow everywhere, because these are perennials and they kind of just pop up everywhere. Like I said, these 3 were wild in the yard and we picked them up, and look at this. See, they just grow berries like under every leaf pretty much. We dug these 3 up out of the yard and planted them in here just about a month ago or so. And I mean, they're just everywhere. I've got all these husks on them. Once these husks turn yellow like that, they are ready. And the kids are eating them as fast as I can pick them. I pick them, and as soon as I take them inside, the girls just munch down. But this thing is just overgrowing, and it drops them everywhere, and it just reproduces so quickly. Over here, if you look, there's some on the ground too. Our basil is so big. It has taken over this entire section of the end of this long row right here. And it smells so good. I've actually started cutting this to go with our fresh bouquets in the house, just on the counter and on the table, and it smells so good. And the bees love it. This cinnamon basil is probably one of the best smelling plants in the garden this year. So this is our pepper and okra aisle, and as you can tell, it's pretty much peppers, and then the next step up is the zinnias, and the next step is the okra, and it's just like booming on this end. These little mini bells that developed over here are starting to get some orange color to them. And then Jay's Sugar Rush Peach are just filling up with peppers. Just look at all those peppers in there. And then, you know, the staple of the garden, these beautiful flowers. And then we have this. Dun, dun, dun. Once again, we tried for a zucchini plant, and once again, the squash bugs denied us the possibility. We did get 2 zucchinis off of it, but the plant has been destroyed, so we're going to feed this to the chickens. And look at that. You see that yuckiness, guys? Look at that. So gross. Chickens want that for sure. Chicken food. Moments like this with nasty bugs makes me wish the chickens were a lot closer. Because I have to go out of the garden, around the garden, and then all the way over here to the other side of the yard to feed it to them. But next year, plans are to change up openings so that we can actually get to them a little easier for this reason. If I could trust them in the garden, it'd be cooler, but you just can't. Here you go, ladies. I have some squash plant and grubs. You're welcome. You're welcome. Those bugs were gross. Pretty sure those were like vine borers and squash bugs. Go figure, we get hit by 2 of them, right? And this plant, I'm not even in the garden anymore, guys. This plant, getting hit by squash bugs too. So we might get one more butternut squash out of the deal. We got one, and we've got one that's, I think, almost ready. So we might get that one off there before it dies out on us. So much. These bugs, terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Anyway, okra growing like everywhere. Whew. Ooh, guys, this one. This is one of the best places to be. Right in here. Inside this wonderful hidden shaded area in the garden. Look how beautiful this thing is. And look how many of these things. Look, there's one back there. And they're hidden too. I don't know if you can see it. That's one there. There's one there. There's one down there. Just hidden gems. Look, there's one. Pretty cool. We're gonna have some awesome loofahs. This okra is finally starting to catch up over here, and as you can tell, the sunflowers are petering out for the season. These ones are almost ready for me to start taking heads off of them. This okra is getting pretty tall. I gotta show you this one sunflower over here, guys. This is our largest sunflower of them all. Look at that head. And look how thick that stalk is. It's a big old sunflower. Look at that, guys. See what happens whenever you, it's almost the size of my hand. That's what happens when it starts raining and you decide not to, come out and risk getting stung again. I need to cut some okra. So, those of you who have been with us from the beginning, this behind me is the kids' snack station, or what was supposed to be a snack station. And as you know, it's been doing a terrible job of being a snack station. We had cucamelons and cherry tomatoes. What kind? We had, atomic grape cherry tomatoes planted here. The tomatoes did not do so great because of all of the rain we had, and the cucamelon, we got 6 seeds in a seed swap. 2 seeds grew into plants. 1 plant made it, and I am happy to announce that plant is vining up and giving us fruit. It is finally making its way up the snack station, you know, now that it's nearing the end of summer, because that's how things work in this garden. Then we've got lots of little cucamelons growing all over the place now. Got some kind of hiding underneath leaves and back behind. even some down on the ground. But it is finally getting somewhere for us, guys. And those cherry tomatoes, we've planted some extra seeds and some of them came up. I don't know that we're gonna have enough time for these little guys to turn into a full-grown plant before it gets too cold, but fingers crossed. I'm hoping. Look at this little chicken. Isn't he just so cute? He just kind of blends in the garden now. Look at these tomatoes. Our tomatoes have not been doing the best, but they're giving us at least a little bit. We weren't able to put anything back so far, and I don't guess we're going to at all. But we are getting some to fresh eat. Lots of cracking though, because we either get lots of dry and then tons of rain, or we get nothing. But looks like we've got a couple of them ready to be picked today. So we might have some tomatoes for dinner tonight. That's exciting. Look at the color of these peppers. This thing is so bright. I'm excited for Jay to get to try these. Lots of different colors already on just this one plant. Guys, I just picked our first pink oxheart tomato. It's beautiful. It's like a really peachy blush pink color. Looks like a strawberry almost. Super cool. I'm excited to get to try it. A minute since I've showed you guys these, but they are so vibrant. Look at them. Oh, there's a little spider on that one. Look at the color of these things. Little brains. Brains! Aren't they just so cool, guys? Who doesn't want brains in their garden? So, here we have those Thai chili peppers. And we finally have some color. Our first red one. These things are like the tiniest little peppers ever. Look at that. They're like the size of my thumbnail. And then we've got some other ones turning color over here. Very exciting. No change in the peanuts. Peanut gallery has been quiet so far this entire season, other than it continuing to grow and flower. And the melon is still about the same size as last week. Both of them, they're not quite ready yet. And then, there's our pumpkins over here that have become more of an empty field. We've got one tiny little baby one right back there, but the rest of them got ate by squash bugs, of course. Then, our jungle back here of corn, and these are variegated morning glories back here, which are very pretty, by the way. It's nighttime, so I can't really show you because they're morning glories and they bloom in the morning. I will try to get out here and show you one of these mornings what they look like while they're bloomed out. This is no longer the garden tour. This is our jungle tour. These are our glass gem popcorn back here, so they will stay on the stalk until they dry, and then we will have some popping corn. And they're very pretty, by the way. They're super pretty, all kinds of different colors. And then this over here is our peaches and cream sweet corn, but it seems like something happened and they just didn't really produce anything, so that's sad. The girls did produce 4 miniature ears. They were literally this big. They were super cute, And Jara ate them, so none of us got to taste them. She said they were good. We'll try again next year. We got the peas coming in and lots of things going out and new things coming in.